Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is our lesson 13 on test project automation concepts. So in this lesson, I'm going to cover very important concept of continuous integration. So as you all know, in the market, we have lot of tools for the continuous integration. Tools like Jenkins, Azure DevOps, GitHub, all these tools we have in the market. So in this lesson, I'm gonna cover the popular tool, free popular tool, Jenkins continuous integration tool. Okay. So how can we integrate Jenkins with the test project? And then how can we create pipelines in Jenkins? And then how can you trigger the pipelines from the Jenkins so that you can run the test cases and jobs which are created in the test project? So I have already published 12 lessons on test project automation concepts. All the very important concepts of basic automation of web UI, APIs, and then mobile, all these concepts, very important concepts I have covered. So I would suggest you guys to visit those videos before you proceed with this particular session. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos on these concepts. So now, so what are all the different steps that we need to perform to install the Jenkins? First step is, to integrate Jenkins with the test project. Okay. Our first step is, first of all, you need to install the Jenkins. So that also I'm going to show you in this session. How can we install Jenkins with a very easy procedure? Okay. So I'm going to give you the best method to install Jenkins without any issues. Okay. And also I'm going to tell you how can you install test project Jenkins plugin. And then we are going to create a test project API key. And then we need to configure test project Jenkins plugin in Jenkins. And then we need to create a Jenkins job. And then we need to add a project ID and job ID of your test project in the Jenkins job. And then we will be running the job, and then we are going to validate the test results. Okay. So now let's jump onto the system and see how can we perform all these steps in sequence practically by using test project and Jenkins. Okay, so now let me show you step by step on my computer how can we install the Jenkins and how can we configure the Jenkins. Okay, so for that, first you need to search Jenkins war file download. Okay, go to Google and search with Jenkins war file download, and then you can click on the first official Jenkins website download page. And here if you see, we have two different versions. When I'm recording this session, so I have a 2.319.3 LTS version, another one is 2.336 version. So I'll go with the LTS version. Okay, so here I'm trying to install my war file because it's very easy for us to install the war file. Okay, so I would like to go with a generic Java package. Okay, just click on this. As soon as you click on generic Java package, so it's going to ask you to save this war file. Okay, I would like to save this war file in the default downloads folder. Click on save. So as soon as you click on save, the war file will be downloaded. So, and then let's go to this war file location. Okay, and here I would like to initiate a CMD command prompt. Okay, so I'm initiating the command prompt at the location where I have this jenkins.war file. Okay, so first of all, so the prerequisite is we need to have a Java installed in your system. Yeah, now I can see I have a Java version. Okay, so let me just go back to the downloaded where we have this jenkins.var. Okay, Java hyphen version. Okay, so I have Java version. So now let's, as we already installed my var file, so all you need to do is java hyphen jar and drag and drop your val file here, or you can specify the path. Okay, and then click on enter. So as soon as you click on enter, it will start installing your Jenkins. Okay, so it will take couple of minutes, a couple of seconds to complete installation. So the main thing is, so when you are installing your Jenkins, first it generates a temporary password. It generates a temporary password. You need to use the temporary password to unlock your Jenkins. So if you see here, please use the following password to proceed to installation. So this is mandatory, and this password either you can copy from here, or you can go to this location and copy from there. Okay, if I copy here, if I go to that location, right? So let me go to that location. I copied the path. So you can see here in this location, you will see, okay, let me do one thing. Okay, secrets, in secrets, if you see, this is your initial password. You can just open this with the notepad. Okay, so let me open with, select notepad. So this is the password. Okay, you can copy this password, right? And then this is required for us to set up the Jenkins. Okay, so remember that. So now let's go back to localhost. So let me initiate local host colon 8080. So as soon as you enter the local host, it's going to open the Jenkins portal. Okay, and it will ask you to set up your Jenkins by using the initial password. If you see, I have to provide the administrator password which is generated by Jenkins, okay, during the installation. So just paste that. So let me copy this again, copy this and paste it here, and then continue, click on continue. So this is your initial password to set up your Jenkins. So as soon as you log in, land onto Jenkins, it will ask you to install your suggested plugins. So it's recommended for you to install the suggested plugins for Jenkins. Okay, just click on this. So as soon as you click on this, so it's going to install all the recommended plugins by Jenkins. Okay, which is very important for the basic pipelines, the basic repositories, right? So if you see here, pipeline, Git, LDAP, and build timeout, Gradle. So basically it's going to install all the basic plugins that are required for the continuous integration. Okay, so it takes some time. So once you install all the plugins, now it will navigate you to the password setup. Basically you can create your username and then you can create your password, so that going forward you can use the username and password that is defined by you. Okay, so it's almost finishing off. Okay, so it's almost finished. So it's going to redirect you to the other screen. Okay, and now you need to define your username. So let me define my username as admin and my password, and then what is my name. Okay, and then set up your email address and save and continue. Okay, so never. And then I want to keep the same URL. I don't want to change any URL. So to log in your Jenkins, you have to use this URL. Okay, and save and finish. And then you can click on Start Jenkins. So as soon as you click on Start Jenkins, now it will ask, you're going to log into your Jenkins portal, right? If you see, our installation is done. Our Jenkins installation is done. So hope you all understand how to install our Jenkins. Okay, so once we install Jenkins, what is our first step? Our first step is install TestProject Jenkins plugin. So let's go back to your Jenkins and then go to manage Jenkins. Once you go to manage Jenkins, you need to click on manage plugins, and here you just type test project. Okay, you need to install your test project plugins. Let's go back here, test project. So if you see, you can find test project automation platform. So you can just click on this and install without restart. Okay, okay, sorry, install now, download now, install after restart. Okay, install without restart, and then it's going to install your test project plugin. So all the installation is successful now. Okay, go back to the top of the page. Now what is our next step? We installed our test project plugin, and then you need to create a test project API key. Okay, so for that you need to go back to your test project site. Okay, and then here go to integrations and then go to API. Here you need to add a new API key. How? Create API key, name this as Jenkins API, click on next, and then if you want to provide the Jenkins access for the particular project, you can select the project name here, or if you want to provide Jenkins access for every project, you can just click on unrestricted and then click on finish. So as soon as you're done, so this Jenkins API key will be added here. So you need to copy this Jenkins API to configure your test project in the Jenkins. Okay, I'm copying this Jenkins API, and let's go back to Jenkins, and now let's go to manage Jenkins, and now click on configure system. Okay, so once you click on configure system, so here, as we have already installed test project a plugin, now you should see a separate section for test project. Okay, so if you go here and scroll down, if you see here, you have a test project global configuration section here. Here you need to provide the API key here. Okay, and then save this. So that means I'm actually integrating my Jenkins API key, my test project API key to the Jenkins, right? So that is done. So we have configured test project Jenkins plugin, and now create Jenkins job. Okay, let's go back here and then go to new item, name this as test project first test. Okay, select freestyle project, click on OK. So as soon as you click on OK, you can directly go to build triggers. A build. You need to select a build here. Okay, what is the build? I would like to use my run test project job here. Okay, select that, and here if you see, as we have already added the Jenkins plugin, it should retrieve all the existing projects. If you see, let's go back to my test project. Let's go back to project. if you see, I have all the projects, all these projects, API testing, HRM project, mobile test project, right? It's gonna show you all those projects here, right? And let's assume I would like to select the HRM project. Okay, under HRM project I would like to run the job ID called HRM test job. Okay, so this job I would like to run, okay, which runs one test in two browsers. HRM login test perform in two browsers. Okay, so what is the project name? HRM project. You need to select HRM project. This is one way, because it's a very latest Jenkins version, it's actually showing your projects. But otherwise, we sometimes what we need to do is you have to basically go to project. You need to copy this ID, project ID. So if you see the project ID, let me compare the project ID here. Okay, this is your project ID. If you go here, see, it is showing the project ID here. It's actually showing the project ID, right? If the projects are not showing here, you can directly copy and paste the project ID. And what is my job within this project? My job is HRM test job. It's not HRM test virtual machine. It's not parallel test. It's not parallel test virtual machine. Okay, it's HRM test job. As soon as you select the corresponding job, so the project, it's going to show you all the corresponding jobs here. HRM test job. So this is my job which I would like to run. Okay, and what is your agent? So my agent is my Windows agent, right? If you go to your Jenkins and go to agents, so my agent is this one. This is my virtual machine agent. This is my main machine agent. So I'm going to select that agent here. Okay, and wait to finish 30 seconds. So I want to specify this as 0 because I don't want to wait for 30 seconds basically. Or you can specify this, probably I can make it as 60 seconds. Okay, I'm specifying to wait for the 60 seconds to finish the job. Okay, or let me make it as 120. Okay, and then save this. So once you save this, now let me create a build. Okay, so click on build. So as soon as you click on build, it's gonna kickstart our job, test project job from Jenkins. Okay, so this job is gonna start. If you see here, it's already started job. See, HRM test job, it's already started. I have initiated this job from Jenkins, not from test project. I have initiated from the Jenkins. See, the build is still running, right? So yes, it started the job. It's already opened your browser and it's logged in. So I think test is going to fail because the username and password is not correct. So basically it started our job here. Okay, wait until the job is finished because it's going to open in another browser as well. Okay, because the test is failed, it takes some time to complete the job. Okay, so okay, so your job is still going on. Show monitor. If you see, my first Chrome browser is opened and then it is validating, done. That is failed. Now another test it is opening. So it opens the URL. I typed username and password because that job has multiple test cases. Okay, so for now let me just cancel this job. Okay, because the main aim of this session is to perform continuous integration from Jenkins. Okay, so we have stopped. Now if you go to your reports, right, go to reports and see your latest report here. If you see the latest report, 24th February, right? If you see here, what is this? Executed by Jenkins build 1, right? And what is the duration? So basically, whenever you trigger your pipeline from the Jenkins, you can see all the reports in your test projects itself. Okay, so to understand this process of test project, how to set up the jobs and how can you set up the tests, I would suggest you guys to visit my previous 12 videos. You can easily understand all these concepts very easily. Okay, so we have completed creation of the Jenkins, adding project and job IDs to the Jenkins, and then we have run the job, and then we have validated the test results. Okay, so this is how we can create a continuous integration with a test project by using Jenkins pipelines. Okay, so if you have any questions, please do provide your comments in the comment box so that I can answer to your queries. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos on these concepts. Thank you.